Welcome to another exciting Snyder Fans Read Comics. I'm your host, Ladia Plays, and of course, I got to bring my co host. You guys know him as Comics League, I know him as Jared. Let's welcome him in with our favorite intro. Where is it? Where is it? Oh no, there it is.
Lois Lane sucks.
Yeah, Lois Lane is Lois Lane.
How you doing, Deladio?
I'm good, I'm excited for talking about Justice League issue
Yep.
6.
6, yes. This is the conclusion of our first arc. Oh boy. All right, so let me share screen and then we can get started. So first we got this dope image of the Justice League bowing to Darkseid, which is kind
Neo.
of cool. Yeah, I like how this is like what's gonna happen if the Justice League don't fight him. If you notice, Aquaman's trident is like snapped in half.
Oh wow, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's really crazy how they established that. Green Lantern has the arm cast. So we have this father and his kids. This guy will show up in volume 2. He's like, oh my gosh,
Yo,
we're
what's
all
up,
gonna die.
Pika?
Yeah, I know. So they're fighting. I mean, this is more from the civilian perspective. People are getting like vaporized. I mean, you can see them right here being turned to skeletons. And then this guy David, all of a sudden he sees green, and then the Justice League spring into action. And remember, their plan is we have to DI Darkseid essentially. Hey, what's up, Ruth? How you doing?
Hey, Ruth. As always, welcome here.
All right, here we go. So remember when I said there would be something in this arc that teases something at the end of the whole series?
Yeah.
So when Wonder Woman is fighting Darkseid, she goes, "Speak, Darkseid. Why are you here?" And then Darkseid says, "I'm here for her."
Oh,
3 guesses on who that is.
Grail.
Yes, exactly. So they were teasing Grail from the beginning of the New 52. That is how like deep that's how well planned this series was. So it's really dope. And this is Cyborg basically trying to like figure out how to like open the boom tubes, boom all the parademons out, and then get Darkseid out. And then obviously Batman has is infiltrating Apocalypse to rescue Darkseid, and I mean to rescue Superman. That'd be weird. And hey Pika, here's your Steppenwolf cameo, which is kind of odd. I think that what may have happened, the way to explain like this, because remember at the end of Earth 2, the first arc, Steppenwolf is stranded on Earth 2. So what I think happens is this takes place first, and then after this, Steppenwolf sends Darkseid to Earth 2 to invade. I mean, just Darkseid sends Steppenwolf to invade. So in other words, that's kind of how we can explain why he's Darkseid here, even though he should be like trapped on Earth 2. But anyway, Darkseid fights Wonder Woman, which is pretty dope with the Omega beams, and she stabs one of Darkseid's eye. And look at the like effect here.
Look at the effect. The effect. I was just about to say, look.
I'll zoom in. Just look at that.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
That is just Jim Lee's art up the yin yang with how good it is. Yeah, it's because that is the only way that cameo makes sense in terms of like the story of what's going on. Hang on. I don't know why this thing went all of a sudden to this preview mode, but hang on, I'm trying to make it. Actually, this is good. So the Justice League are still fighting Darkseid, and then Aquaman stabs the other eye. So now so now they're like, okay, there's a sword and a trident, and this guy is still standing. What the hell do we do? And so Cyborg's like, okay, I have to learn how to boom tube this because I can send him back home. He just has to connect and somehow speak their technological language, which basically is ping. And that's the thing about Cyborg, and they tease this heavily in Zack Snyder's Justice League, where he talks to technology, like where he can kind of talk to the Flying Fox, like dropship. That this is kind of what that's a reference to. Yeah. By the way, fun fact for those of you that don't know, the reason why Cyborg was on the Justice League in the Snyder Cut was because of this.
Yeah, because of this issue. Yeah.
Well, it's because of this series and initiative. Because what they did, for anyone that happened to join this series now and didn't watch our previous episodes, DC rebooted in like 2012, 2013 and de-aged a lot of the Justice League. So it would make sense that Cyborg would be on the team because everyone else is younger except for him. So they're all around the artwork in the comics is amazing. Yeah, this is all Jim Lee. He's
Jim Lee.
currently the chief creative officer and president of DC, which I'm like, at least everything's gonna look good. And you have all the boom tubes pulling parademons out. This was in the animated movie as well. And we get this dope image of Darkseid. And
If Lex Luthor had said ping 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 instead of ding 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 ding.
and then eventually he had to say Lex when
Yeah.
he took over. We'll talk about that when we get to Darkseid War. So Steppenwolf and Desaad, and by Desaad is Darkseid's chief torturer, is they're interrogating Superman, and then Batman shows up. Well, actually, first what happens is that the boom tube opens and booms them all away. So Batman's like, "Oh, convenient." So he rescues Superman, and Superman goes, I saw a multiverse of us." Because, for fun fact, the planet of Apocalypse exists outside of the multiverse. There is only one Darkseid. That's the way that they kind of have explained basically why most reboots don't affect Apocalypse. So what I love is so on the other side of the boom tube, they could see Darkseid kicking the Justice League's ass, and then Superman and then Darkseid goes, "I am Darkseid," and then Superman just blasts through him, looking like a total badass, and he's pretty much like, "I don't care." And then they fight, and then Darkseid goes, "Kryptonian, you are coming back with me." "Like hell I am," and they just headbutts him. And then the rest of the league managed to push Darkseid back, and Batman's able to motivate Cyborg to close the boom tube. By the way, can we say Batman looks really weird without a cape?
Yeah, it does look weird without a cape.
Because remember, this isn't like in the cartoon, which I think did a lot better, where he just folded up the cape. Well, actually, he tied the ends together, put on a trench coat, brought down the cowl, and then that's how he got captured. In this, he takes off the cape and the cowl, and then the entire bat symbol for some reason. I was like, well, that's weird. And then, again, I love these little dots on the field, because what that's supposed to symbolize, the entity that gives Darkseid his power is called the Omega effect. So that's kind of the way that works. And Batman motivates Cyborg to actually figure out how to boom tube how to close the boom tubes. Then we get this dope ass image of Cyborg going boom. It just looks dope. The onomatopoeia looks good. The way the shockwave goes out, everything just looks so gorgeous. And then the boom tube closes on Darkseid. And actually, all the boom tubes close. He goes, "I will return." Then we get this dope image right here, which all the silhouettes of the league. Then we get a white screen. And then everyone's like, "Okay, everyone's good. All right, we did it." And then at one point, the civilians start approaching. Aquaman's like, "Oh my gosh, we're being watched." And then Flash goes, "We should get out of there before they blame us again." Because remember, this is there is a Justice League. So no one trusts superheroes up until this incident. Then everyone's cheering on them. He goes, "Oh my gosh, you saved us." And then Green Lantern's like, "Well, what's your hurry, Flash? They love us. Enjoy it." And then now they're at the U.S. Capitol, where they are honored as superheroes. And I love where the president goes, "These superheroes don their colorful costumes." And then Green Lantern goes, "It's a uniform." That's one of my favorite parts of the movie. What were we saying, Claudia?
Reminds you of the movie, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's one of my favorite parts of the movie. And even Aquaman's like, "This is Atlantean scale mail. Whoa, do they think I choose orange?" And again, Cyborg has some like hero, like as some hero syndrome where he doesn't think he deserves it, and then Flash goes, "Hey, you should be proud. Your father sure looks like this, looks proud." The father finally came to an event for Victor, and then we get Steve Trevor looking like a douche because that's who he is, and then this is when they talk about the possibility of forming the Justice League, and then we get David Graves, the writer I said that they teased in the beginning of this issue,
Right.
writing a manuscript, which will be revealed later. And I love Batman. I love Green Lantern. And we're not friends either. And then Batman is like, they need us they need to think we're both. And then what's interesting is that, so what's interesting, Batman goes, well, if we're a team, it'll keep the GCPD off my back and the Air Force off of yours. And it's kind of funny is I love this. So they have that scene where Green Lantern goes, I have a whole universe to protect. And then Flash goes, we can do it if we do it together. And then Green Lantern goes, really? Can you fly? Superman goes, well, I can. And then Green Lantern goes, that's not the point. The point is we're not friends. We're not a team. This is a one-time thing, okay? And then David Graves is again, he's writing a book. They're teasing something. And then Batman goes, what if something like this happens again? And then Green Lantern goes, yeah, right. What's the chances of another invasion? And then all the readers are like, Hal, you jinxed us. And I love where the president's like, hey, we kind of need some more help. So we need your team again. And then, of course, Flash goes, okay, we have a name as the president. And then Green Lantern's like, we do? And then Flash goes, sure, the Super Seven. Yes, that silence is all that's given there. And then Green Lantern goes, what? And then Flash goes, well, we'll think of something. And then David Graves writes the book called The Justice League. So that author is the one that gave the name to the League. And by the way, this is a recreation of the League's first cover, battling Starro the Conqueror. And thus, the first arc of New 52 Justice League
is complete.
Comes to, actually, no, not yet. So then we get this mysterious stranger, some would say a phantom stranger, walking about, and then he's talking to this shadowy figure, and the shadowy figure, he's talking to a shadowy figure about superheroes forming, and then they go, well, I guess they should call us the super villains. And then we get this weird ass coin. More to be revealed later in the series. And then we get another epilogue. This has as many epilogues as Zack Snyder's Justice League. So then we get this dude that's dead. And we get this woman named Pandora. Yes, that's Pandora. The one who opened the box. And then we get this cool image here, which I enjoy. And then we get this sense that the Phantom Stranger knows her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and more on that later. Again, a lot of this is seeding for later. And then it's just a lot of like teasing it, but because the funny thing about Pandora is that this is one of the things that Rebirth immediately threw out. Like Dr. Manhattan showed up and just vaporized her and said, we're done with this. And they fight briefly, but it turns out the Phantom Stranger can't die. And it's just that. And then continued in Justice League. So that's the end of Volume 1.
Yes. What a volume, gotta say. This is probably up there. Top 3 issues.
Mm-hmm.
Top 3 issues so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one of the coolest ones. It's action-packed. It's filled with stunning Jim Lee art, like completely amazing Jim Lee art. You see this, and there's no reason to doubt Jim Lee's like position as one of the premier DC artists of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really, really cool. So what'd you think of Volume 1?
My God. Volume 1, start to finish. It reminded me of the film. It maybe even want me to go watch back Justice League War and Throne of Atlantis.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it.
It makes me want to do that. So I might end up doing that as a, you know, next just as a chill night.
Yeah,
So
that'd be
watch
fun.
it.
We could do that. That would be a fun movie night to do.
Yeah, a movie night. But as Ruth wanted, we are going to be doing Lego Batman coming soon.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. I am totally down for that because that's one of my favorite Batman movies, like of all time.
Yes, everybody likes Batman. Everybody likes it. Yes. So there you go, Ruth, and you have to be on the panel for that, Ruth.
Yeah, hey, you requested it. You gotta show up.
You gotta be on the panel for that, Ruth. But as far as Justice League goes, it's a great issue. It-
Yep,
And
this is the series that really, 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 really got me going for
yeah,
DC.
yeah, I agree.
Because
And
remember,
this is our DC.
yeah, well, yeah, but remember, this was what DC looked like when I first got into comics. It was all new 52. Superman was dating Wonder Woman in this, which that'll be more secured at the end of Volume 2. But it's really, really, really. I love the way Geoff Johns writes because he sets seeds throughout the first few issues that will be addressed later on in the entire series, and he does it in a way that he gives each like thread a satisfying conclusion, as you'll see as we go throughout the new 52.
Right.
Guys, I have never watched Green Lantern. Would you recommend it or not? I would. I know that movie's slightly controversial, but I enjoyed it as a Green Lantern fan myself. So yeah. So I would honestly, if you like a good time, and if you like Ryan Reynolds being a smartass, otherwise known as Ryan Reynolds, that's that.
Yes. So, Jared, like obviously you read this before.
Many
Like when you
times.
first watched it, when you first not watched it, when you first read it, what was your experience like?
Oh, I could not believe how epic this was because remember, when I first started reading comics regularly, I thought they were kind of jokey because superheroes and spandex and everything. And I'm like, whoa, this is what these guys do? This is awesome. It's like Jim Lee's art, Superman wearing body armor pretty much. Him
Of
like completely
course.
bodying Darkseid. It's like Darkseid
Of
go.
course.
It's like that one scene where Superman's fighting parademons earlier in the arc, and he like grabs a truck and he goes, "That's it, smile for me," and he bats him around like a bat.
Yes.
It's really, really, really dope. I love that.
Yes. I really like it too, so and I really wish they did the full adaptation for Justice League in the Justice League War film. The proper adaptation for it, not split it into two films.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's a bit dumb them splitting it into two films.
You mean War and then Throne?
Yeah.
Well, let's not forget, technically they skipped an arc because the next arc that we're going to do for Justice League is not Throne of Atlantis. It's called The Hero's Journey. And this pretty much covered, I mean, the movie pretty much covered this arc, I think, pretty well, except having Billy Batson instead of Aquaman, but there is that.
I mean, I know the next issue Shazam makes an appearance, so I do know that.
Next issue, Shazam. Next issue, I think, is Green Arrow.
No, it's Shazam.
Really? Oh, okay. I must have forgotten about that.
Can you believe this guy? This guy says he's a new 52
When you
Justice
can
League local.
actually play when you can actually play the Arkham games without punching air, then you can come back to me.
Uh, we'll come back and see if he can survive on Halo.
Oh, you Halo would eat you alive, my friend. Halo would eat you alive.
We'll see. We'll see on Suicide Squad. Let's see if he can survive on Suicide Squad.
We'll see if you can survive because you're playing as a slow ass tank. I'm playing as the cover guy.
We will see, guys. We're all here to have fun and jokes and whatnot.
We'll
But
see.
anyway, um, Justice League though, I think this is my best issue so far, in my
Yeah, it's
opinion.
dope.
The Super Seven, as they
Yeah,
name.
that is awesome. By the way, 2034 Lois Lane enters public domain. I should do a Lois Lane comic and completely dunk on the character. Like she's constantly tripping. She's constantly getting into danger. It'd be hilarious.
Yes, you know what would be funny? A Superman game.
Yeah, that would be really fun. I would love to do that. Please do that.
Ruth says she's looking forward to both of us playing that game.
Oh
Suicide
boy,
Squad.
yes. You mean me saving Taladia?
Oh no, it's me saving you.
Oh, BS, dude.
And I'll get more points than Hebo. I'm just putting that
Oh.
out there.
We'll see, dude. Oh my gosh. Them's fighting words, brother.
Yeah. But in regards to like New 52 so far, the coverage have been so great. And obviously this has been like obviously the first half of the stream, tonight's stream is just straight as talking about not Suicide Squad, Justice League.
Just see.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm a bit surprised we didn't get any teas for Earth. Well, we did get teas for Earth 2.
No, we
Double
don't.
Shadow Form.
Well,
Yes, we
kind
did.
of with Steppenwolf, but they didn't show anything with Earth 2, which I got it because it's like at this point the new 52 was just getting started, so I didn't want to like, oh my gosh, now we got multiverse. Because remember, part of the reason why the new 52 happened is they recognized that DC had trouble getting to people that weren't necessarily attached to comics. So they were like, let's just reboot. Let's make this not overwhelming. We're seeing right now what an over reliance on the multiverse is doing.
Yes.
So they're
And this is
probably like, let's not go full multiverse yet.
who mentioned the character.
Oh, hey, Talani. Hey, Tevia, what's up?
Wait, what?
Nothing.
No, no, you slipped up. Clip that, please. You getting clipped.
Anyway, so what else do you want to know about this era of DC, Taladia?
Well, I can ask is
Mm-hmm.
when this was coming out, how much did it sell?
This was a massive selling
What's
factor
up,
for DC.
Master?
What's up, Master
What,
Sergeant? By the way,
Master?
if you guys have any questions for us in the chat, go ahead and drop them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was my one issue with the new 52 is that when they rebooted, they kept all the Batman stuff, but said everything that happened to Batman happened in 5 years. Then with Green Lantern, it's like Blackest Night still happened. How? And no one mentions Blackest Night.
In Brightest Day.
Well, I'm talking about the DC event.
I know. I'm only just teasing.
It's strange the way they do it.
You mean Doctor Strange?
Mm-hmm.
See what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
You don't get the joke. He's not laughing at my jokes.
You have very strange jokes, Eladia.
And Ruth says hey to Tevia, and Tevia says hey. But yeah, if you got any questions for us about the issue, Ruth, if you got any questions, Master
I'm kind of a
Sergeant,
scholar of this era of DC.
they call him the Comics Lord for no reason.
Yeah,
So,
the self-proclaimed Lord of Comics. Question: how do you wait?
What?
All right, there you go. How do you guys feel about Darkseid's defeat in the story? Because for me, I felt, even though it's not really, I mean, at the same time, I thought it was kind of limited. New 52 Justice League fighting a big threat. Well, here's the thing, though. It's the Justice League, and they're all gods. Who else could they realistically go against? I mean, they could have used like maybe Starro or something like that, but
Starro isn't as big of a threat than Darkseid.
he's not. No, 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 no. So they're probably like, okay, let's do this because part two they do that part because they do escalate threats later on in the series. So there is a lot of stuff, and Darkseid returns as a threat later. So it's not like they just they never brought Darkseid back.
No.
They actually did some pretty dope stuff with Darkseid.
There's Starro the Conqueror. The Starro the Conqueror actually makes sense because I think he's just a fish, a starfish.
there's Star. He's the problem with Starro is that he's too. Because here's why they use Darkseid. Here's why I think they use Darkseid. Darkseid's more like graspable as a threat. Because remember, again, what DC was trying to do with this initiative was they were trying to get more people to buy the comics. And if you have the Justice League fight a giant starfish, that just turns people off. It's too Silver Age. So they're probably like, let's have this god invade. That's cool. And by the way, they did escalate because something else invades later on. Tavia, don't you dare spoil it.
But don't spoil it for me.
Yeah, so they're like, nah, I'm not. Yeah, exactly, Tavia. It doesn't work. That's one of the reasons why it doesn't work in James Gunn's Suicide Squad, because first off, the Suicide Squad are straight up morons in that fight. Like, no one chooses to aim for his giant ass eye. But anyway, it doesn't work because to use the purists' argument, Starro is not a Suicide Squad villain. I had to use their own stuff because that's one of the things that they. I had to. But the thing is, it's a cooler visual to have the Justice League fight. To have the Justice League fight Darkseid. That's really that's the coolest visual. I mean, you saw it. The art looked incredible.
Of course.
Particularly more armored Darkseid. It's like really, really badass. Now, what was your favorite issue, Taladia? Let me ask you that.
The last issue. The Super 7.
It's so, yeah, the Super 7. So glad that didn't catch on. So glad. But
It catched on for me.
That's one of my favorites because that's where Jim Lee really cranks up the art to like a 20, and he's like, okay, I'm going to give you really bombastic stuff. So there's that. And I mean, once again, if you guys have any quick questions about this era of DC, feel free to drop it.
Yeah, feel free to drop questions for us. We would love to see your questions on Justice League.
Obviously, issue 3 is my favorite because it's like Superman and Wonder Woman meet for the first time. Yeah, exactly. That's the other reason why Darkseid's a humanoid that can stand up to the Justice League. Otherwise, because here's the thing with starting off a new Justice League run that's in a rebooted universe, you need a threat that would justify all of these heroes converging in one spot. I'm sorry, there's not a lot that really justify that threat, particularly when you're dealing with this lineup of Justice Leaguers who are all the gods of the DC universe.
Yeah.
That's really why I was like, I can understand why they did with that. Jamie says, shame the Super 7 line was butchered in the Justice League War because Shazam said that, but not the Flash. Yeah. It wasn't butchered just because another character says it. What's the difference? Plus, it sounds like something Billy Batson would say, though. So it fits.
It fits Billy Batson, yeah, because he's a nerd like us.
He's the type of person that would say that.
Yeah, but yeah. Any more questions you want to ask us about Justice League before we move on? We just talk about DC gaming and stuff.
Why couldn't we have Because here's why: the Justice League were all de-aged and made younger. Martian Manhunter would feel out of place if he's like. Plus, here's the thing: not every era's founding. He wasn't a founding member in that era. There have been plenty of runs where he wasn't a founding member. So this whole idea about how like you have to have certain the only Justice Leaguers you need are Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, a Flash, and a Green Lantern.
Yeah,
that's it. Anyone else
it's a bonus.
is a bonus. Yeah. Yes, when they launched the movie, they had a giant. Oh yeah, of course they did. Of course they did.
Of
That
course.
sounds like something Warner Brothers would do.
I'm guessing Ruth and Leicester Square. I'm guessing.
Mhm.
Hawker would make sense. That's what Tevye is saying.
Yeah, but Hawkgirl didn't exist yet. She wasn't brought in until Rebirth. Hawkman exists. He would be on the Justice League of America, a team that would be introduced later in this series, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
But again, I get that people love the Justice League cartoon. I got it, and 100%. But that version doesn't have to be the be all end all of what the Justice League looks like. Because I got news for you. That just gets boring really fast.
And still.
Yeah, because it's the same dynamics ever. It's the same dynamics over and over and over again. It just gets stale. That gets Ladia, and it doesn't work. And that's one of the reasons why DC sales have been not doing so well of late, because they keep doing the same thing over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my small rant.
You know, your small little rant, keep it ranting because it keeps it going.
The good thing about this is that it minimized the role of Lois Lane, so I like that.
Lois Lane.
Yeah, I was at work down here, and they were putting in place to create a huge conversation. Can you imagine someone that doesn't know anything about DC and everything like that, and then all of a sudden they're walking down the street? What's that giant starfish for? Or imagine you're flying into London, and it's like you're flying over the city. All of a sudden you see a Starro, and I'm like, the hell? But anyway, so Taladia, what did you think of the overall series so far? Actually, Tevi has a question. Question speaking of the New 52 Justice League, that reminds me, was Pandora in this story in the background? Was stuff for Dream War? Yeah, exactly. This is when this is Geoff Johns setting up a lot of the stuff he would address in later stories. Not to mention, there's also a difference in updating something or replacing with something else. Just look at the failed TV pilot for the Phantom. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. As long as if you have the Trinity, a Green Lantern, and a Flash, that's a Justice League. Anyone else is just a bonus. You get other really cool characters, including Aquaman. That's it. So everyone's like, it has to have Martian Manhunter. Says who?
Yeah, says who? Like, it can be a different thing. It can be a different take on the Justice League and still look cool.
That's the problem with fandom, is that and Sam Liu addressed this on my show. He said, a lot of people are married to the era of DC that brought them the comics, and that's fine. The problem is when people won't give other stuff a chance because they're like, no, it's supposed to be this way. Says who? Because I got news for you. It's supposed to be however the way DC wants it to be, because they're the ones in charge of the IP.
Yeah, Warner Brothers and DC.
There's the Suck It Warner Brothers clip.
No, because I got copyright claimed.
Oh, okay. I forgot the Phantom was a thing. We all did.
Yeah. Well, I'll say it anyway. Suck it, Warner Brothers.
Yes, suck it, Warner Brothers. But so what else are we talking about today, Taladia?
Well, we could talk about Suicide Squad, considering that there's going to be new stuff for Suicide Squad. Let me get the banner for that.
Oh boy, I can't wait. I wonder when we're getting the next insider So we'll find out about the post-launch content, because I think that's going to be really key. Because if they can get that right, then they're on path. Justice League War is an animated movie that early should have had this roster in the movie. No. Yeah, but the thing is, I know what they were thinking. They were like, we're already doing Justice League. We're going to do Throne of Atlantis. So instead of have Superman as instead of having Aquaman on the team and then reintroducing him later, why don't we just do his origin in one movie and then just bring him in later? Yeah, too many fans behave as if they personally. Yeah, exactly, Master Sergeant. It annoys the hell out of me. That's not Superman. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. As long as it has the DC logo. Hey, what's up, Zeke?
Can't wait to watch Dr. Lupo on Friday for Suicide Squad. Yes, we'll be talking about that right now because that's the next topic.
I really can't wait for that game. The game looks so much fun.
Endgame content for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will be shown this Friday. There will be some endgame stuff from Dr. Lupo, I think a Shroud, and another content creator.
By the way, Taladia, I wanted to say that there's this cool detail someone pointed out on Twitter. When you're going throughout Metropolis, you know what's kind of cool? If you look up on some of the rooftops and statues, you could see Batman watching you.
Yes, I know.
That is really cool.
A good friend of mine's, Lejeune, pointed out. So
that is really cool how they do that. Again, that's one of the things I like about that is that it's that tiny detail, because they could have had Batman behind a computer screen or anything like that, but it's more because now we're on the other side of Batman, so it's like, why? It's like that SpongeBob meme. He's watching me menacingly.
He's a menace to the entire city.
Yeah. I'm still curious if the Justice League, they're gonna live. There's no way they permanently kill the Justice League.
They're not gonna kill the Justice
League. There is
League.
no way.
If you believe that, you believe anything.
You believe in the wrong people. And honest, and Taladia and I keep saying this whenever we talk about this game. Make up your own opinion of the game. Don't go off of what's a lot of content creators say, because what they're going off of, it's not like Arkham. Yeah, it's something new. Because what they wanted was another Arkham game, and I get that. I would have liked that too, or a Superman game. I sure as hell want that. But they're letting that hatred blind them. Granted, the live service part is concerning, which is why, again, I say the next insider that deals with post-launch content, that is going to be one of the most important factors. Because here's the thing. According to what I've seen, the gameplay is fun. Now, fun gameplay, but not a lot of post-launch content can kill a game. If you have fun gameplay and can prove to the audience that you have a plan, which according to Taladia they do, and they have seasons worth of content, you can communicate that, you shouldn't have a problem.
I mean, they literally teased Jokerized Daily Planet.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Maybe a Jokerized Lois Lane.
You know what? I'll take that.
I'll take that too. That'd be dope. That'd be the only other tolerable version of Lois Lane, when she's a demented clown.
He's the Clown Prince of Crime.
What characters are you both playing? I call Deadshot. He's playing as King Shark.
I'm playing King Shark for an obvious reason.
I chose Deadshot because I'm a big fan of shooters, and he seems like even though everyone has guns in this game, he seems like the one that's the most optimized for it. Plus, I can play as a sniper, and I can cover you guys as you guys could complete objectives.
I'm watching him fail. I'm watching him fail trying to miss a target.
Watch you spend a lot of time missing punches on an enemy that's literally right next to you. I swear, Taladia has something against oxygen. I don't understand this. Taladia and Nick both just freaking hate air.
Hey, you'd be doing the same thing too if you were
No, I
playing
wouldn't.
Arkham. Oh yeah, we'll see. We'll see when you stream Arkham Knight. I want to see that.
Yeah.
And if you punch air once, I want you to
No, not once. It's got to be more than once, because once is allowable. But the reason why I make fun of you guys for it, because like every single fight.
Wait,
Tevia
Tevye
asked
said
actually a really good question. Do you think the multiverse will play a factor in this game? Because I
yes,
really, yeah, probably.
yes, because like the multiverse is a big thing for this game, and that's why hence there's going to be a lot of content for the game going forward.
Yeah, because they can bring in other versions of characters, even versions that are dead in the Arkham universe, but bring them back. Like that could explain how they bring back like
Joe,
Joker. They could do that, and obviously
yeah,
probably not played by Mark Hamill because he's actually yes, it actually could work with Mark Hamill because I think he said he'd only do it if
Kevin
Conroy's Batman.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he is in this game. So there you go. What I wonder is how much was Conroy included in like recording any of the post-launch content so we can get more of his Batman, or is it only in the base game?
I reckon it'd be for the base game because if you think about it, the game was supposed to come out in 2022, but it got pushed back to 2024.
Okay.
So maybe they had already content already ready and set. So it all depends. It really all does depend on how the game does well. And honestly, when I played the alpha, because I got to play the alpha,
Lucky
and I can say
bastard.
this with what did you say? Don't swear on my stream. You have to tip.
I
You
called
have to tip.
you lucky. I called you lucky.
If you swear on my stream, oh, you have to tip $2. $2 a swear jar.
Moving on.
Anyway, but I got to play the alpha. Lois Lane, Ruth, no, no,
If that
no.
happens, I throw my controller at my TV screen. Oh, actually, I go, okay, guys, just hang on for 1 second. Scope in, acquire target, boosh. That's the other advantage. If she's Jokerized, she could possibly become an enemy. And then it's like, no, she becomes the Joker's girlfriend. In other words, to replace Harley Quinn. And then Harley takes out Lois. That'd be dope.
That'd be funny.
Tevia, the Justice League is not dead. We already told you that.
Yeah, the Justice League aren't going to be dead in this universe. If they kill him off, that's just a suicide.
If they kill him off and keep them dead, that's... Again, I still have the theory that the Justice League that we actually fight are clones created by Brainiac, and the real League are being held in captivity on the ship. Yeah. Hence, and that's how like Brainiac can like get their personality. He like downloads their like personalities and stuff.
Ruth, I know you're laughing so much right now.
Yes, exactly. Hellbat. No one wants Hellbat armor Lois Lane.
No
one wants that.
Lois Lane.
Because arguably that made less sense in the comics. Because here's why it wouldn't make sense. There's no Hellbat armor in the Arkhamverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see clones. Because Brainiac has the capabilities of clones.
Tevia, I know the reason why you're saying that.
Yeah, but arguably John Kent does not exist in this universe. So there you go.
Yeah, John Kent doesn't exist. Deal with it.
If they reboot the game universe, they're not going to do a Superman Super Son game.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. So deal with it. Anyway, back to Suicide Squad. I think the most fun thing about this game is going to be the co-op, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. That's going to be really fun.
Where we're going to compete against each other, me, you.
We're going to see who gets the most kills, that's for sure. That's for sure.
The most score points.
More score points. I'll probably win, I would say. Yes, exactly. Because if Damian died, then if Damian somehow is alive in this universe, what happened with Talia? It could be she had him in like the background as far back as Arkham City, but still, it doesn't make sense. But the point is, oh yeah, it's going to be really fun seeing who gets the most score. And you can even have little handicaps for that the audience can like assign us. Like, Taladia, you can only use shotguns.
We can't do that in the game.
What do you mean?
In the game, you can only play with each individual character.
No, I mean, essentially like uh, it's like with King Shark, you can only use melee attacks.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see where you're
Kind of
coming
like
from.
that. Or Jared, you can only use sniper rifles.
So
Just to ask
just
what character available play. Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark are the first batch. They're going to add more as it goes on. The rumor is
yes.
Deathstroke, which I automatically call Deathstroke.
I'm King Shark, baby.
All right, there you go. You can take that because Deathstroke is my boy. He's one of my favorite DC villains.
And you know what got me excited? It's just us playing the game together. That's what's
Yeah,
got me
that's gonna be
excited.
dope. I'm gonna love that. That's gonna be really fun.
It and the fun fact is like I will be streaming it 3 times a week just to let you guys know. Jared won't be. He'll be doing it twice, which will be Tuesday and Sundays.
The other fun thing I realized, didn't I hear the rumor that there's a survival mode?
Horde mode, yeah.
We've got to do that and for like a stream and see how many rounds we can
You can
get through.
survive.
That would
Yeah,
be so.
because
It's like Call of Duty Zombies, but with superheroes.
yeah, that'd be fun to do. That could be a Sunday night chill stream if we wanted
That would
to.
be fun. Yeah, if we do chill streams, that'd be dope. And before you ask, yes, we will be, at least on my channel as well, I will be doing community hangouts occasionally where I just hang out with people and play games. We'll tell you it's not Metropolis as possible. Yeah, exactly. I doubt it because they would have had some reference to it.
And she should have a big belly.
Well, not necessarily. It depends on how far back that night in Metropolis was. But still, it's very unlikely.
Very unlikely.
But
yeah.
mm-hmm.
I think as well for this game, what got this game going really good for it is the Arkhamverse. The gameplay is going to be fun. The co-op feature is going to be fun, and the fact that you know the end game content that's going to be the biggest thing going for this game.
Mm-hmm.
I
think so. That's why, again, I've said this again, but I just want to reiterate it. That Insider episode that's coming out is going to be very key in how this game performs. Because that could win back a lot of people if they see it has solid. Because there are plenty of people that are doubting it, but saying if the gameplay is fun and it has good end game content, I'll stick around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, we got about 10 minutes left before the end of the stream. Let's make our predictions for Suicide Squad Killer Justice League. Our predictions for who would win out of us four. Let's make a prediction.
Yeah.
Me, you, Jahi, and David. Who would come first?
Me, obviously.
You think you?
I think I can hold my own in shooter games, dude. You've never seen me play shooters.
No, I haven't actually, but I have. I will get to see you this time. So
there you go. There you go.
So it's gonna be very interesting on how we're gonna do this.
Here's a prediction: which Justice League members die?
I'm gonna put this out there. I think Flash and Green Lantern.
Yeah, because weren't there like leaks that say Green Lantern dies, but his constructs don't go away? That's what indicates to me that he's not dead and maybe clones and then bring.
But the reason why I said Flash is basically because he says you have to kill us in that video, and it's like I'm just like Flash, but at the same time, like when I got to play the alpha at the beginning of the game, he was not brainwashed.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say that much without spoiling.
It could be he gets brainwashed later in the game, or that could have been just the marketing. Like the Flash is not like it's just captured.
Yeah, Flash saying we have to die is depressing. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. I do like his suit design. I like how they're going full armor, and Superman does not have trunks.
He does have trunks on this.
Oh, he does. Oh, damn it! I thought he didn't.
he has trunks on this.
I don't know what's going on. I must have trunkless vision.
No, but it's a cool Trunks. Think about it. You remember the Superman in Fortnite?
Yeah. New
It's that
52 armor.
it's that design basically.
But they have the new... But that didn't have Trunks.
That did have Trunks in Fortnite.
Hang on.
Search it up. Search it up. I dare you. The only thing is
Fortnite.
we don't get the color.
Okay, that was one of the skins, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing is we don't get the color for the Arkham Superman. But other than that, it's pretty much 1-to-1 to Fortnite.
Okay, which that's fine. I like that design. It's a clear homage to my favorite era of DC, as we have shown.
Yes. Just
The other thing is, I would love if we could play as the Justice League at some point.
Jared, look at
Oh, good lord, that's awesome.
That's good, Ruth. That's a good joke.
It's the Super Speedo.
Super Super Speedos.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what's going on. More powerful than a boxer.
More powerful than a Speedo.
Yeah, more powerful than a Speedo. Able to cut through water in a single leap.
Be able to speed.
They're bulletproof Speedos. That's what they really are.
Oh man, this has been a fun stream.
I love how we went from talking about Suicide Squad to bulletproof Speedos. That's an interesting.
Thanks, Ruth. We needed that.
That was good. Thank you. I love that one. Ruth.
Extra support made by Superman, the Speedo Trunks.
Sponsored by Nike.
But I'm still. Tevia says I'm still curious on how Suicide Squad is going to take down Brainiac. So, in honesty, I don't see them taking them down.
You'd be surprised. Suicide Squad has been able to take out some pretty extensive bad guys before.
And Ruth says, "Lol."
Yeah, exactly.
Of course. So, we got about 5 minutes. Any last minute comment or question you want to ask me or Jared about Suicide Squad, about Justice League, put them in the comment section below. In the comment section, in the chat right now. And if you're watching this later on as a VOD, let me know your thoughts on Suicide Squad. Let us know about Justice League. What do you think of it? So we want to hear about that. Wait, question. Do you think Supergirl will be a player factor in this game in the future?
In the future, yes. I wouldn't be surprised.
Supergirl, maybe, yes. Superboy, just saying.
That would be cool because cloning,
that would be pretty cool.
That would be dope.
Or even bring in Bizarro.
They could do that as well as a villain. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Just saying, I'm coming up with some cool ideas.
It would be hilarious if we come in, if we play the game, and then it turns out Superman and Wonder Woman are a couple in this universe. That just to see Twitter melt down again, like in Crisis. I know not. But that would be hilarious if that did happen, because I would love to see Twitter lose their ever-loving
mind.
Yes. Oh, because I went over how they lost their mind on the last episode of Super Wonder Legacy over a 40-second clip in an hour-and-a-half movie.
And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, they called him the adulterous Kryptonian, even though Lois Lane was dead at this point.
Oh, that would drive me mad.
Yes, that would. I also hope this game has the minimal amount of Lois Lane.
Well, you're going to hearing her a lot, I can tell you that much.
Can I skip her dialogue?
No, it's over.
No!
It's over comms and stuff, so you'll
All right, mod the game so we leave her out.
There is an option for you to turn off her dialogue, though, I think.
Oh, really? I could turn off Lois's dialogue?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
I definitely have to do that.
She comes over comms, so maybe you can get rid of the comms.
Yes, even if I miss vital plot points, I'm going to be like, I don't care. I'm not listening to Lois Lane.
But Lois Lane is Lois Lane.
Yes,
So
she is.
Jared, let them know when you're coming up on your channel. Let the people of my channel, the people that came to Taladia Play channel, let them know what you got coming up because you you know they gotta go subscribe to. Let's get you up to 1K by the end of this year.
Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. So, in terms of what's coming out for Comics League, I just released my what's coming out in 2024, like my plan video on what I want to do in 2024. So that's out the channel right now. This Under Two Capes episode, I may modify the topic instead of superhero fatigue because that's been like over talked. And in terms of movie night, obviously we're talking about Constantine, as Taladia had said earlier. And the next episode of Super Wonder Legacy, Britt and I are taking the hypothetical scenario of if we were put in charge of DC today, how would we fix the current DC continuity?
Get rid of John Kent.
Well, yeah, that would be the first thing. Get rid of Lois Lane. Pika says if this game has a newscaster, it would be Cat Grant in Metropolis, not Lois. I know, right? It should be. That's the other thing. They literally did it again. They turned Lois into other characters. Why are they doing this? That's how you know the character sucks. When to make her interesting, they have to turn her into other characters.
Now you made Jared go on a rant, Pika.
What
Thanks.
the heck is going on, guys? She's Perry White. She's Batman. She's Cat Grant. I'm like, stop it. If Lois Lane is not able to hold her own character because she sucks as a character, that's fine.
The only character I like, the only reason why I like Lois Lane is when she's in Superman and Lois. Other than that,
I like the movie and TV Lois. Comics Lois, I could do without.
Yeah. So, yeah, as you were saying.
But yeah, that's what I have coming out right now.
Okay, cool. So that's what you coming out. As for me, you guys know me. I have got my.
She works for the Daily Planet, Tevia.
She works for Daily Planet. What planet are you from? Earth?
Yeah, she works for the Daily Planet because she works there with Lois and Jimmy.
I think Tevia's from another planet.
Whatever. But go on.
So, as for me and my content, guys, on my YouTube page, I will be covering Suicide Squad Insider Episode 3. When that drops, there'll be a reaction video coming out for that. And I will be doing a podcast with Podcast Now, Alex from Podcast Now, VG Fight School, um, who else? Lejeune, Sway. There's so many other content creators out there that I'm going to be collabing with on Friday that we're going to be talking about Suicide Squad extensively. So it's going to be a very exciting time for us. We'll be talking about we'll be we'll be talking about Suicide Squad from the thing that we got going for the what's it called, the end game content.
Yeah,
We'll be talking about that. And Tevia is asking you, I think, says, wait a minute, Jared, but didn't Injustice give you your wish with Lois Lane being dead?
Yeah, but it then led to one of the crappiest stories in DC's history.
Ruth says, great stream. Thank you so much for being awesome as always. Ruth, thank you for being here.
Anytime.
Thank you for being here as always. And like I said, even you being here, just engaging, sends that positive vibes. And if you're watching this now, and make sure you put a comment down below, let us know your thoughts on what we can improve on, we can make it more entertaining, and what other topics you would like us for us to discuss. Once we've done the comic discussion in the first half of the stream, maybe we'll bring something maybe like Snyder related stuff, or David Ayer as an example, Beekeeper. I mean, I haven't seen that yet, but I will be going to see that soon. So, have you seen that yet, Jared? Or no?
No, I want to. It looks dope.
Yeah.
Plus, I love David Ayer's movies. I've seen a few of them, as a matter of fact.
Okay, cool. So, on that note, guys, this has been Taladia Plays and Comics Lead talking Snyder fans read comics, the story that spawned Zack Snyder's Justice League. Jared, let them know let them know the final words of tonight's stream.
Lois Lane sucks.
Okay, and on that note, we are out. Lois Lane is Lois
Lois
Lane.
Lame.
Peace out, everyone.